Who said that?
This is very real.
Prepare to dive into the chilling world of The First Omen, a prequel that resurrects one of horror's most iconic stories. But does it deliver the same spine-tingling terror as the original? In this review, we'll break down the thrills, chills, and eerie atmosphere of The First Omen to see if it's a worthy addition to the franchise or just another forgettable prequel. Stick around, because what we uncover might surprise you. The First Omen, directed by Arkasha Stevenson, takes us back to the origins of the terrifying story that began with the 1976 classic, The Omen. This film is set in early 1970s Rome and delves deep into the unsettling themes of religious fanaticism, mental illness, and the omnipresent fear of the unknown. But does this prequel live up to the legacy of its predecessor, or does it fall short? Let's dive in. The film begins with an intense discussion between two priests about a cursed child destined to bring unimaginable evil into the world. This ominous start quickly sets the tone for the movie, leading us to Margaret, a young novitiate arriving at an orphanage in Rome. As she becomes closer to Carlita, a girl tormented by the nuns, Margaret uncovers a hidden group of fanatics within the church. The story weaves between horror and psychological thriller, building tension as Margaret delves deeper into the church's dark secrets. Arkasha Stevenson, a relatively new director, has crafted a film that excels in atmosphere and suspense. The cinematography is haunting, with every shot meticulously designed to unsettle and confuse the audience, reflecting the protagonist's psychological turmoil. Stevenson's ability to create visually stunning and eerie scenes, such as the harrowing childbirth sequence, is a testament to her directorial prowess. This film doesn't just rely on jump scares but uses the environment and clever camera work to keep the audience on edge. One of the standout elements of The First Omen is the performance of Nell Tiger Free as Margaret. Her portrayal of a young woman caught between faith and fear is both compelling and disturbing. As the film progresses, Free's performance evolves from innocence to sheer terror, making her a central figure that the audience can both empathize with and fear for. Her dynamic range adds depth to the film, making it much more than just another horror flick. The film touches on several heavy themes, including reproductive rights, secularism, and the oppressive nature of religious institutions. These themes are interwoven with the horror elements, creating a narrative that's as thought-provoking as it is terrifying. The use of early 1970s Rome as a backdrop further amplifies the sense of dread, as political unrest and the decline of religious influence create a perfect storm for the horrors that unfold. While The First Omen does have its flaws, particularly in some of the slower, more confusing segments, it ultimately succeeds in revitalizing the franchise with a fresh yet faithful approach. It doesn't rely heavily on fan service, allowing new viewers to jump in without needing extensive knowledge of the original. However, longtime fans will appreciate the subtle nods to the 1976 film. If you're a fan of psychological horror with a strong atmospheric touch, The First Omen is worth your time. So, is The First Omen a worthy prequel to the horror classic? Absolutely. It's a well-crafted film that stands on its own while honoring the legacy of the original. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth analyses of the latest horror films. And let us know in the comments, what did you think of The First Omen? Did it live up to your expectations?